Hi, welcome back to Daily Report. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving week. I personally took few days off, spent some time with family, and uh, this week bringing back the same analysis, and I'll discuss what I'm looking at the market, if I'm seeing any opportunities. Last week, I spent some days planning for some of the updates on the platform itself. So we have a lot of new things coming up. So as in coming weeks, I'll be sharing some of the updates that we are pushing out on our Outlier platform. So let's get started for today. Right now, I'm looking at some of these news. So today, Intel CEO resigned. I mean, honestly, I was hoping that he would resign like sooner, but apparently he resigned. At least stock market welcomed that move because under under his leadership, I mean, personally, I think Intel really went down to the drain. And when I'm looking at what I'm in our dashboard, let's pull Intel. I think I may have, yeah. So as you can see, like from its high from $50, like back in, I would say, January this year, like it has been in this like downtrend, and the lowest it has reached around September mid. It has reached this point where we see a lot of fear in the on the in the stock, and apparently after that it started to recover. To me, it is more of a long term play. Personally, I don't think Intel is going to go away. In fact, I'm hoping they bring someone good, someone who is more grounded to reality, and look at how some of these other companies are doing, especially AMD is eating away Intel's share of personal computers. Nvidia, of course, is already doing so great, and I hope whoever comes, uh, they do something better. To me, it's a long term play. Personally, if I have to get in on Intel, it won't be like a short term trade. It will be a little bit on a longer horizon. If I'm playing like some option contract, I'll probably look into Leap, at least with 2 year expiry date, or I'll just get in at somewhere around where it is right now, because in my opinion it's probably going to go way up than this. Hopefully they bring some good leadership. So that's what my thoughts on Intel are. But if you open the news right now, you may see a lot of negative news around Intel. I mean, that's kind of like what I'm seeing around Intel right now. So let's come back. Is there anything else I'm looking? So Stellantis CEO also resigned. So what is this company? Your the maker of your Jeep brand. The company is again not doing so good, and in fact they have done really poorly. I mean, if you are invested in companies like some of these US automakers, I think you were in for a disappointment from last few years. I mean, the stock is either flat, or it's probably you didn't make money on this company. And when I look at some of the news around this company, it's negative. I hope they get someone good, with some brain and a little bit more foresight on how to run this company. I think it has a lot of potential, and in fact, I hope it does do better from this point onward. So we'll see. Right now, again, this is not something. Stellantis is not something that I will touch. Sorry, that was some other chart, but yeah, this is Stellantis. As you can see, it is in this uh, downward trend from so long, that all the news around it, it's kind of right now negative. So That's what I'm seeing right now on Stellantis. I hope it does good. I won't touch it because I don't have any clarity about the rising competition, whether they will be able to turn it around or not. Some of the other even European car makers are doing really poorly right now. Tesla is of course doing great, which has a lot of other components as well. Like there's this uh, political backing with Tesla, which is pushing the share prices up, and I think it will probably go up more in coming 4 5 years. All right, so let's look into our watch list. So we have almost 46 new buys today, 34 new sales today. One thing I always kind of make sure that whenever I'm considering any stock, if I'm trying to get into that stock or not, I look into the underlying sector as well, especially if I am seeing that. Let's look at the market breadth quickly. So as you can see, market breadth is going up, which is a good news. Sometime you may see the market breadth reaching closer to 75% or above. During those times, I try to stay away from that stock, because at that point of time, the it has already breached that 75%. There's very high probability of turning it around. So when I see a market breadth on the uptrend and a stock in our buy list, that becomes a very good candidate for me to consider for a short term trade. That's kind of like how I look at it. Plus, I do look into making sure that news is not predominantly like negative. On the negative side, I do look for that as well when I'm making that decision. So again, we have a lot of opportunities today. When I look at S&P 500, it's kind of, again, it's in uptrend. In fact, if you pull this thing, majority of the sector right now is in uptrend. Uh, and even the market breadth is kind of agreeing with S&P 500. It's moving up from last week. I didn't even consider trading last week. I was like away from my trading desk. But right now, it's moving up, right? If you see, it's moving up, um, which is good. Eventually, in some days, hopefully, in a week, we can have it may start turning around. So just be careful if you are getting in right now. Just keep an eye on when this market breadth start to flatten out or changes course. You may want to keep your trade short at this point of time, if you're trading, if you're opening new trades today, for example. Let me see if there's anything from the news side. When I look at our news portal, and some of the key things I look at is, are there any trending headlines? Like for example, PG&E shares drop after announcing 2.4 billion equity raise. SMCI, it's going up. Apparently it's reversing course. Um, and some of these other trending headlines. So I look into if there are any opportunities, and I can also look into some of the companies which are getting a lot of coverage. One of them apparently is Supermicro stock, which is getting a lot of positive coverage, and the stock price is going up. There's some coverage around, Canada's suing Google, uh, and about this company, Dr. Martens share rise 15% amid leadership change. So I think right now what I'm seeing is a lot of companies which have not done good in last couple of years. Their CEOs are apparently resigning. They're looking into to change leadership. Especially, I'm thinking with Trump coming from January, they're trying to get some fresh, more experienced or better CEOs so that they can benefit from this regime change, I guess. So that's what I'm seeing that's happening a lot. A lot of company CEOs are resigning. So that's probably a welcome news for the stock market, hopefully for good. That's all from my side. I will see you all tomorrow, and thanks for joining today's show. And I'll keep you guys updated on some of the new development. And I'm very, very excited about some of those new things that are coming. And I will keep announcing them in our Discord channel. We have one major update coming in next couple of weeks. Then soon thereafter, like probably by end of this year, we have another major update coming in. One thing I'm very, very excited about, I kind of mentioned on the Discord channel as well. In Q1 next year, we are putting together something like a strategy library where we will make it so simple for everybody just to copy a strategy. It will be like a properly back tested strategy with like real results. You can copy those strategies, and we'll make it super easy for you all to trade with ease. And we'll invite lot of our existing members. We'll start with us, building some of these strategies by ourselves, and then eventually we'll invite some of our existing members to chime in those strategies as well. So I'll keep you updated on what's coming next. And we have Thanksgiving, Black Friday sale still going on. And if you have not secured your annual pass, I would suggest that, because this price, probably you're not going to see this price again. We have one more day left. So I think it would be good if you guys can, if you have not bought, you can secure it by going to the website. So thanks all for joining today, and I will see you next week, or actually tomorrow, not next week. Thanks.